What's up, travelers? Hello from Tokyo Narita Airport. The first advice I'm going to give you in this video comes 10 seconds in. Don't fly to Narita, fly to Haneda. The experience is so much better, but today anyway, I'm about to board a flight to Jakarta aboard Japan Airlines 787-9 in the reverse herringbone. So it's a new seat type. After this, I'll have tried the Oman Air style mini first class suites and the reverse herringbone and the regional configuration. So I'll have tried a lot, but today will be a fun time because it's a long haul flight. It's 7 hours down to Jakarta, so I should have plenty of time to experience the full flight. I expect there will be an amenity kit. There will be hopefully 2 meal services, so come with me guys as we see what is Japan Airlines long haul business class like, and I can't wait to compare it to ANA very soon because you guys know that I had an amazing experience on ANA. So will JAL live up to that level of service? Let's go and find out.
Hello. Just that way to right. Thank you. So welcome aboard.
Okay guys, welcome on board JAL's 787-9. Here's a look at the entire cabin, and here is my seat. The bulkhead seat today, so just like on ANA I have a bulkhead. This is 8K right here. So at the seat we have, I assume this is the amenity kit. The menu, also some slippers, and the headphones. These ones are luckily nicer than the ones I had on the flight the other day, as well as a blanket and a pillow. So we're on board. One major drawback of these reverse herringbone seats, they're amazing if you're traveling on your own because you can see how much privacy I have here, but if you're traveling with someone else like me, with Oscar right now, hi Oscar, it's so sad because there's nowhere you can sit where you can actually like talk easily to that person. So I just gave us 2 window seats so we could both look out. But if you look here in the middle, even there's like a huge sort of place where you have to really bend forward to speak to the person next to you. There's also a privacy partition. So yeah, it is good if you're traveling alone, but not really if you're traveling with someone else. Hello. Okay, one more time. Here's my seat from a bit of a other perspective, and here's the cabin. So let's start with the seat tour right here on the left. Here we have the seat controls, our tray table which comes down. This is a very interesting variant of the reverse herringbone. The tray table can come really close, but also be far enough away for us to get out and go to the bathroom. Right here to the left we have an armrest. We also have a remote for the entertainment system and a reading light, charging, storage. And lastly here on the left we have this armrest which comes up. And we got a hot towel which smells really good. Again, it's served on a little tray, which is such a nice touch. Let's wait until after takeoff to change into slippers. But let's have a look at the menu. I don't know why, but when I read this, I read Sky Aubergine. Does anyone else do that? Alright, so drinks, very efficient layout here.
All baggage must be stowed in the nearest storage.
The Japanese menu, the Western menu.
Use of any electronic devices that
I love the Common Orient clam. And last but not least, the snacks and the pre-arrival meal. Ice cream. only really have one window in these seats. Oh, hello, another JAL 787. And the crazy part is it's like impossible to dim this window behind here for either of the passengers. So it is nice to have a water bottle waiting at the seat. Maybe now is a good time while we're waiting to taxi to have a look at the Amenity kit. Alright, so here's the bag. It's not the most glamorous or nice Amenity kit bag, but it has these drawstrings, so I can imagine it will actually be quite practical. Alright, and here are the 4 contents of the Amenity kit. Toothbrush, earplugs, eye mask, and the most unique amenity, I guess, is this moisture mask. I'll try this out. The truth is that I really don't mind that this bag is so simple because it's practical. That's what I like. That's what I'm looking for in amenity kits nowadays. So also while we're waiting for takeoff, there's a long line at Narita today. I wanted to recommend something to you guys. This is not sponsored, but I just wanted to quickly talk about Curve because they reached out to me, I guess about 3 or 4 months ago now, saying, hey, would you like to be an affiliate? And usually I'm very skeptical to affiliate partnerships, but it sounded like a really cool card. So basically what it is all your credit cards in one. Unfortunately, it doesn't work with Amex, but it works with Visa and MasterCard. So basically what I've done is I've put all my credit cards, my Swedish credit cards, my American cards, they are all linked to this, so I can just go on the app on my phone and decide which card I want to spend on, which makes life so easy for me, especially since I have like at least 10 Visa and MasterCards combined. I can withdraw from ATMs for free. There's no foreign transaction fees. It works as a debit card and it's a MasterCard, so it's accepted in many places. Usually Curve offers £5 as like a welcome bonus to people, but I told them that's not enough for me to recommend it to you guys. So they agreed to give me a 100% increase and give you guys £10 if you sign up using my link. So yeah, this is not sponsored once again, but this is a genuine recommendation if you want a product that is super helpful when you travel. So I've been using this for so long and now I truly feel like I cannot travel without this. So if you guys want to check out Curve, there will be a link in the description and I recommend it. By the way, here in the bulkhead, we have the biggest foot area ever. Like, look, it goes all the way to here, so you can move as much as you please. So we just took off. I put the seat in bed mode. I'm going to show you the bed in a second, but one thing I just have to say, which is really, really, really surprising to me, is that the seat is in such bad shape. Just here we have like a bunch of scratches, which is no huge deal. But then if we look on this side, the seat just looks really, really dirty. And it's interesting to choose this kind of suede material for the seat because I think it's very easy for this to look dirty. Then also over here, so here are our legs. In this part, it just, I don't know what's going on here, but it doesn't look so high quality. And also the seat just looks really surprisingly dirty. So apparently the entertainment system was working this whole time, it's just that it can only be controlled from the handset, which is kind of random. Let's see. Oh, but now we can control it here. What? Alright, you guys, here's the seat in bed mode. The pillow, not super nice pillow, but nice bed with loads of room under here. Alright, so here's a comparison. Oscar's leg space here isn't so bad either, actually. And this is a normal seat, 9K. The service is starting about 20-25 minutes after takeoff with my first drink of the flight, grapefruit juice. So I'm finally catching up on the world by watching Bohemian Rhapsody. And the meal has begun. This is the appetizer. As the flight attendant called it, this is the tortilla appetizer. So we have some tortillas with a tiny bit of vegetables in it, some mushrooms, noodles, a bit of tofu in it, a lot of just green salad leaves. Then here we have the bread, a little bit of dressing. Alright, the main course is here. This is a rice and soy meat dish, which actually looks really impressive, although still served on a tray. It looks yummy, so let's dig in. Okay, and here is the dessert from my vegetarian oriental meal. If you've ever eaten mango that's been frozen and then reheated, it has a very distinct flavor, and this has that flavor. We're gonna edit some videos now. We have 4 hours to go, so we've flown for 3 hours. And there's just a few things that I'm thinking about, and I'm like, why does it defy logic? Like, why would they make a screen that we aren't able to tap, that we can only control through here when it's so close? So I was a little bit surprised because I was getting hungry, and I asked if they had any vegetarian snacks, and apparently they have nothing. The flight attendants had to go check, but they don't have any noodles, no fruit. Zilch for a 7-hour flight. So I'm trying the top sake on this list. Snacks, some sake, giving this a try, and some green tea. Alright, so as it usually goes when I'm planning to work, I just end up wanting to go to sleep on flights. Oscar and I stayed in a capsule hotel at Narita last night. I'm gonna put in some clips from it here because it was actually a surprisingly fun experience. I was really nervous beforehand, but I ended up not minding it, and I found it kind of cozy. Like, the pods were really nice. The place was called 9 Hours at Narita. I think we paid about maybe 9 or 10,000 yen for the two of us. So I thought that was a really great price for an overnight in Tokyo, and I would definitely do it again. I had a lot of fun, but I didn't sleep through the night. I kept waking up to toss and turn, and you know, like, a new night in a new bed, you usually don't sleep so well. So a new night in a new type of sleeping environment, you don't sleep that well at all. So I am used to sleeping on planes now, and anytime I go on, I'm just like, I'm ready for bed. So I'm gonna take a nap. You can see this is the blanket. It's more of a, I don't know, it's kind of like a tablecloth almost. It's so thin. They don't have individual air nozzles up here, so the cabin is quite hot, so I guess that's why we have a nice thin blanket. But anyway, I'll see you guys as we get closer. So good night. Alright, you guys, good morning, and here is the price. So it's $19 for the full flight, which I think is quite good. How much is 3 hours? 1 hour? All of a sudden, an hour before landing, we have our pre-arrival meal, which is some bread and some grapefruit juice. Is this a 5-star pre-arrival meal on a 7-hour flight? So I feel a little bit stupid because I probably should have learned by now to always bring a snack on flight. I don't know why I haven't been able to bonk that in here. That pre-arrival meal on a 7-hour flight. We made it to, Oscar was just looking away. We made it to Jakarta. That was a surprising 7-hour flight, I think. Oscar, who is the biggest Japan fan, how did you feel?
I was thinking about this because I feel like I hold them up to much higher standards than I do other airlines. It's not really fair because I'm just expecting that like Japanese touch and everything, and I didn't feel like it was there. So I was kind of shocked.
Yep.
But
see, I've created a monster. He was also like, business class, what is this trash? No, but anyway, in all seriousness, I can't believe that Japan Airlines is a 5-star airline with a business class like that. Honestly, this is one of the most underwhelming business class flights I've had in a long time because I came in with really high expectations. And then in the end, I think the crew was the highlight. The crew were very nice. But again, I don't think they received quite the same training as at ANA, just because they didn't really have the same, like, the service wasn't as thorough. They didn't thank you for flying with them, things like that you would get on ANA and other 5-star airlines. The food was, some parts were good, some parts were not so good. I'd say the only really impressive part was the main course of the first meal, but the rest was kind of like, not sure. And the entertainment system, so. The seat, you guys know the reverse herringbone is an amazing seat. It's super common. Even British Airways' new club suite is based on it. And I have to say, I think this was the worst reverse herringbone I've ever flown. Just because I feel like between the weird tray table setup and the lack of storage that you find in other reverse herringbones, it just wasn't ideal. So you guys, if I'm going to Japan, I won't be seeking out Japan Airlines next time, unfortunately. Also, if I'm transiting, I think there are better options. But if you're flying them, I mean, there is hope. It is still an above average experience. I think just where my expectations were and where your expectations are for a 5-star airline, Japan Airlines are not really there after my 3 experiences with them. When I flew them about 2 years ago from San Francisco to Tokyo, I was so shocked. I was like, is this really it? And that's part of the reason I never posted my review of that flight, because it was such a significant flight and I just felt kind of underwhelmed. So I thought, it must be a one-off thing. But now I think this is just, unfortunately, a Japan Airlines thing. Of course, I look forward to trying them in first class someday, and I'm sure Oscar would love to join me in first class.
yes, please take me on first class.
But until we see you next time, we're going to enjoy our vacation here for the first time ever in Indonesia and be real travel bloggers in Bali. Not really, we're probably just going to be white girls in Bali doing yoga.
I mean, we're white girls every day anyway,
yeah.
so yeah.
Okay.
Until we see you all next time. Until he sees you all next time.
Yeah, probably. Oh, actually, next time I'm flying alone, so
oh yeah,
it will be okay. Until then, fly safe.